fan if possible. But if you guys don't have one, I have 3 charged here. So like if it is too hot, feel free to use it. So welcome to my Korean class. I see some of you are new, some of you I'm familiar with. So let me briefly explain you guys how this works. So I'm sure that some of you may speak Korean well, some of you may not. But this course is basic level Korean class. And if you guys were, well, Chan, you were here, Deba, you were here last week, you know that I'm a very lazy teacher. Yeah. I go through things very fast. And so I just teach, oh, you understand, right? Just review. I give 5 minutes. So you guys were like, oh, I have no idea what he just said. That's why Korean partners next to you, they're going to help you out. So like, what was he talking about? And like, oh, actually, like this is like, and Korean partners, you're going to help foreign partners next to you to learn Korean, understand Korean much better. Now, this is very good for your English ability also because has any Korean have ever visited like foreigner Korean language exchange community before? No one? How was it?
Something interesting. There are no article and there are discussion agenda. Sometimes they boring.
It's more like, oh, how was your week? You know, like, what are you going to eat later? To like daily subjects. But if you explain to foreigners what they don't understand, your English ability will improve much more. So in some way, you guys are helping each other out. Koreans can improve their English and make foreign friends. Foreigners, you can learn Korean from natives, not from this lazy teacher. So this is going to be good for both of you. So now, right now, we are doing Saturday class at 4 p.m. every week. But from July, we're going to start super beginners level. Start from Hangul and everything. So if you want to review, like reading and saying hello, or asking like, hey, what is your Instagram? And all that, I suggest you to join this class also. You can take both if you want. So we're going to warm up, start with a little warm up, like we don't know each other well, it's kind of awkward. So this is the class last week. After class, you guys remember, we were at Samgyeopsal place, we drank so much soju, I'm not doing that again. And we went to club in Itaewon. Oh man, it was so fun. Deva, you had a good time, right? Yeah. But
where the smile comes from.
Yeah, that's where he had so much fun with the ladies. So I want you guys I'll give you about 5 minutes. I want you guys to talk about your name, your nationality, like what have you been doing this week, or like, yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes to talk about it. Okay, so with your Korean partners, here we go.
My name is Mino. On the Bible. Yes. All the people the English name, but it's really hard because there's so many genres, like Korean name, right? Very only like colonization problem, that's Amos. Most is better. I try to church. I don't line 1.
maybe hopefully 1 a.m. night what I finish, I go sleep at anyway. I start from 10 in the morning, I go 5 Saturday, because I want to enjoy on Saturday, I need to work so hard. Yes, they work on Saturday. I like to enjoy on Saturday. What wow, that's I'm gonna be start by 9 or 10. Lucky. Paid by university. My best friend, my biggest fan. She told me go Korea. So I did. Yeah, she cannot come, so I did. I never know about Korea. She is a big friend. She knows everything about Korea.
Old one and the new one, the new city.
Most interesting was so I
I want to see the daytime and you're
traveling so much.
because I don't like it.
Okay, everyone. Guys, one rule. Like, there's only one rule. I'll give you all the time that you need to talk. But when I'm holding this, it means like we're moving on, and like of course, I'll give you more time to talk later with different subjects. So today we have two new different students, SD and Rebecca. Am I correct? So to them, give them a loud welcome. Yay! So SD, could you share how was your week?
It was pretty tiring.
Tiring?
Yeah, we had finals.
Ah.
Presentations and finals, so very stressful.
Sounds very fun. And Rebecca?
You know.
Rebecca, was your week similar?
Yeah, it was very similar. We got the finals. I don't even remember my week actually.
But I heard that there was a party last night.
Oh, yeah, actually last night we had our end of year party, and we got some chimek and then in the juice, alcohol.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Nice.
Okay, so for me, like we did this, but we cannot do this week because this week I started to watch Netflix Stranger Things. You guys heard about it? 기묘한 이야기.
What season?
Season, I just started.
Oh,
And like right now, like I'm teaching, but like my mind is like, what happens next episode? Before class, actually, like we watched one episode with big TV. And, please don't spoil anything.
She died.
Hmm?
Like this.
Get out, man. So we usually talk about what goes around in each other's country, but I just realized that no one really watches news nowadays, so people don't know. So we're gonna have one Korean to share what goes on in Korea this week, and we have Seong-sik right here that is going to present here. Now, standing here can be very nervous. Like I'm speaking like this, but I'm wearing diapers right now. So, Seong-sik, please come out. Everybody, give him a loud applause.
Wow, interesting.
Seong-sik, come out here.
What happened to we kids?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Hello, my name is Seong-sik, and I prepare some news
Mm-hmm.
about BTS, so I start.
Yes.
K-pop superstars BTS announced they are taking a break to work on solo project. I've always thought that BTS was different than other groups, but the problem with K-pop and the whole idol system is that they don't give you time to mature. Team leader Adam said. By the end of their annual festa dinner, members of the group became tearful as they said thanks to their supporters, known online as ARMY, 40 million plus fan base. It's not that we are disbanding, we are just living apart for a while, said Suga.
Is it sugar?
A statement from HYBE, the entertainment company behind BTS, said they'll still be working on projects as a group as well as individual. Thank you.
Wow! Make sure to like check on the. That was good. Like I heard that like I think it may have to go do with their military service, maybe.
I mean, you heard that like it's short, no? They have to do the military service.
Like some government officials are trying to not make them go to military, and
I don't think it's not easy.
that's not going to be easy. Like they didn't win gold medal on the Olympic. They just
And a lot of Korean boys like, what about me?
yes. What about me? Like
Yeah, what about me? And it's not even easy.
and their fans are called army, so it will be kind of like embarrassing if they don't go to army. So next week I will make other Korean prepare one news about Korea and present here, and I will prepare an extra diaper. Okay. So 저거 좀 나눠줄 수 있나요? 웨이팅합니다. So this is the topic that we're going to learn today. Maybe we have one extra, like don't worry about that. So today is all about asking someone out to a date. Very important stuff to live in Korea. I know that like you don't need to learn how to say, like nowadays you have like Tinder and Meet and all that, and the people are like taking pictures like this with the shirts off. That doesn't require talking, but still on the streets you can see the love of your life. That can happen, and you have to go up and like, oh hey, tomorrow at like 8 p.m. you want to go grab a coffee or something. You gotta know how to say that. And the funny thing is, you know that Koreans study a lot. And there are a lot of study cafes, like people just study there. And when sometimes there's a pretty girl studying, and when she goes to pee and come back,
Uh-huh.
there's a drink, there's like coffee can. And there's a little sticker, and like, oh hey, I've been watching you. Oh, you're studying so hard. It's good to see that. Oh, how about like, we go out for a coffee? And this is her reaction. Like she bought another coffee to the guy and gave it to her. Oh, thank you for this. By the way, I'm married. So the goal for today is like make a post. Hey, next week, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. in front of library. Wanna go grab a coffee? That is today's goal. So let's move on. So last week, we have learned about various locations. But this time, since it is all about dating, let's review, but this is more about dating locations.
Why restroom then?
Yeah, right.
The bathroom? You know why.
Why?
You know why? Some of you know. It's,
Diaper problems? What?
yeah, some of them might be like, Oppa, I have to pee. So, let's call it that, okay? So the first place is DVD bang. You guys know?
No, this is not something new.
When you walk around, there gotta be like some billboard that says DVD room.
Yeah, yeah.
The actual purpose is to literally watch movie, but when you walk in, like no one's really watching movie. It's noisy. Like people are making movies.
Some people.
Some people are making. And let's skip 화장실. I bet you all know now. And 지하철역, you need this to let's meet. You usually meet at subway station. And you guys, Chen, do you remember restaurant? 식당, that is correct. And Deba, do you remember movie theater? Oh, come on, man. Something Guan, yes. Korean partner, could you tell the answer? 영화관, that is movie theater. And Maxime, do you know where this is? Yes, there is a Namsan Tower.
Yeah.
Couples go out here all the time. There's a bridge, and they lock the bridge. I don't know why. And SD, do you know where this is? 청계천 at 종로. Everybody been here? Yeah, like this is so pretty, especially at nighttime. And of course, cafe is cafe. So I'll give you about 1 minute. Korean partners, tell about different dating locations in Korean. And foreigners, you can ask, how do I say I want to date here? How do I say this in Korean? I'll give you 1 minute.
Hit me.
화장실.
If you 하고 싶은
Say no. So if I want to say
화장실 가고 싶겠지? Maybe you wanna meet someone over here and meet in the subway station and eat and after that, if you need more talking to each other, then you walk.
what are the other places?
Right. So you have to show them we're looking and you see the people around and it feels more energy. We've made but those are Where do you go? Yeah.
If you want to think for the wedding,
No, this is more like because of the things for the children, for the young people. He doesn't remember what it's called. They look at the Han means like
We go Sikdal, we go Kashmir, riverside, but near some seashore, but not this one.
Okay, okay, everybody. Okay, guys. 자, 집중해 주세요. Don't worry, you guys have more chance to talk later. So, SD, other than here, is there like any other dating locations that you have asked your partner in Korean? No?
현대 백화점에서 쇼핑
Oh, you like to shop
하고 싶어요.
in Hyundai? Okay, okay. This is my favorite place. But there's gotta be romantic dating places in your countries also, not just Korea. Like, yeah, like she's from there. Like, Eiffel Tower, so romantic. No rats, no thieves. Very romantic. So, I'll give you about 1 minute. So this time, you guys tell your Korean partner, if you go to my country and if you have a girlfriend with you, you must go here. It is like, oh my God, so romantic. Okay, I'll give you about 1 minute. Here we go.
But not with Namdaji. Because I went to school. Because I have studied. Nobody keeps that coffee can for me writing that. No study can
You want to and you I actually live in
So how come I go a date?
if you have
boats, logging boats.
So maybe I will. So it's a Bollywood capital. Bollywood capital, many stars live there. We have many home stars, celebrities. They live there. Good place. Rich place. So if you wait, we have many places like Bandstand, it's a place like this, near sea, and place like this is Tropical, there you have Bandstand, Marine Drive,
네, okay, guys, 집중해 주세요. Okay, Chen, in India, if I go to travel with my girlfriend, like where should I go?
I would have recommended Taj Mahal, but
Taj Mahal.
that's too crowded, so not a dating place.
That is too, yeah, like, I think isn't that like tourist attraction
Yeah,
more than?
Yeah, not a dating place exactly, but actually that's a symbol of love. So when it comes like if you want to showcase your love to your partner, you can go there. But I won't go myself there.
You wouldn't go to Taj
I'll
Mahal?
not go there.
Deva?
This is kind of symbol of love. This
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Taj Mahal?
Is symbol of love between king and queen.
The queen died like while giving birth, no?
Yeah, giving birth to the 11th son of that king.
And so the king like built the Taj Mahal
For
to
her.
for her. So romantic. Rebecca, in your country, like where should we go?
My country probably like
Music festivals.
So that's usually where we go.
What kind of music festival?
We are very famous for the jazz festival.
For the jazz
It's
festival.
one of the biggest in the world. Montreal, Canada.
Montreal, Canada. I lived in Mississauga for 6 months. I thought it was boring. Like I didn't know there was music festival there.
So if you want to date someone, you have to wait for the music festival to happen.
No, of course not.
Yeah, like okay, like it's 3 months away.
So we have like during the year we have a lot of like live music. So then even though it's not a big festival, you can always like, go to place and just listen to it.
It's not just let's go to Tim Horton and date. There's more than that, right?
That would be the worst thing.
Okay, so dating culture, I imagine, they're different all over the world. Now, in Korea, there's this thing called sogeting. I imagine all of Korean partners would know and done that before, at least once. Now, sogeting is there's a guy, there's a girl or a guy, like they have a mutual partner. Like I have a friend, and like I'm lonely, and like, hey, please set me up on a date, please. And she's like, fine, fine, like, just shut up. And she calls one of her friend, hey, there's this guy, he's kind of dorky, but like, are you like lonely? Like, you want to go on a date? So these two have mutual friends, and they go on a date. And if the date was satisfying, the girl asks for a second date. That's called after. So like, oh, like I had a good time. Like, do you want to meet again? This time girls do it, but like if you don't get called, that means like you were bad. And that girl is probably calling her mutual friend. Like, what kind of? That happened to me a lot. So, so I want you guys to talk about dating culture or like how the blind date works in your country. This one I'm actually curious about it. I'll give you about 2 minutes.
Some parents support, some don't. Couple of friends date each other. They don't get married because their parents don't accept. After dating also, they want to marry when they they never say I love you, they
Okay, guys. Okay, guys, please focus. You know, I'm actually excited about this topic. I'm really curious. Maxime, yeah, could you start?
Okay, yeah. In Belgium, it's very different because for the first date, it's often outside. It's
Outside.
not inside. Because it's something happened wrong. This man is very cringe. It's not a good man, for example.
Not a good man.
Yeah. If you are outside, there are a lot of people who can see that. and this is there are more security with that.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So like
Yeah.
it's hard to meet, isn't it?
Yes, it's very hard to meet. This is why often this is in the group when
Mhm.
we are the friends and the people meet each other, and not in the street like that. Often when the men want to stop the girls in the street, the girls say no.
Oh, okay. So like that's why you're here in Korea. How about in Canada?
In Canada, we don't have celebrating, but
Mhm.
we also get introduced by our friends, but
Mhm.
in a different context. It's usually like we go to a party,
Mm-hmm.
and then like our friends introduce us to new people, and then naturally we go and talk to them. But it's not like, hey, this is my friend who's single, and this is you.
Uh-huh.
Or like,
Yeah.
I have friends, like,
So,
talk to
so
them
it's
directly.
it is similar but done a little bit more organically.
Exactly.
This is like single, talk.
That is very clear in my
No, but what I'm curious the most is how people date in India. So Chen, like how do people like? Is there a blind date in India?
No, it doesn't offer like that because dating is considered to be quite bold.
Mm-hmm.
It's not acceptable yet.
Not acceptable yet.
Yeah, in metropolitans only you can see it clearly,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't happen like that. Like they have that in the back of their mind, but they will not tell you. They'll make you meet their mutual friends. Like, hey, meet this, meet that, and that, and they would ask you can mingle up, but not giving a particular term like getting to it.
So in city they do it behind others' back.
Yeah, it's like only your close friends would know what your mindset is or what your intentions are. Like, oh, you want to get set it up?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll help you. I'll be the mutual connection like that.
But like, what about like outside city? Does it like your parents set up the date?
No,
No?
They
No?
set up the date and you get married. That's it.
You get married, okay.
That's it. That's
No,
the
like
date.
people meet in club and start dating a lot. Also, like this is like what another Indian friend of mine told me that in Indian club, like girls are like all over there dancing,
No,
and
that's
guys are like
not
just
true.
watching like
No,
here.
That's not true. No.
That's not true. Guys approach and talk to them also.
Quite movie things.
Yeah.
It's only in the movie.
Yeah, like my Indian friends say like girls are all here and like guys are like all like on the other side. They're like,
They're standing together. That is the movie, actually.
no?
No, because I stay in Mumbai, which is the Bollywood city. It
Uh-huh.
doesn't happen there also like that.
Okay. Just double checking. Okay, so now let's move on to actual topic. Let's review location. Now, you remember how to say, like, where is it, right? 있어요? 있어요. So we're gonna learn how to say like above, below. So repeat after me. But this time, let's say 있어요. Let's put 있어요 at the back. It means like it is here. Above is 위에 있어요. Okay, so to make it not awkward, I know that Korean partners all know how to say this, but please repeat loudly after for them to repeat also. So under below is 아래에 있어요. Front is 앞에 있어요. Behind is 뒤에 있어요. Beside, like side, 옆에 있어요. Inside, 안에 있어요. On right, 오른쪽에 있어요. Left side, 왼쪽에 있어요. Now let's meet nearby. I'm nearby is 근처에 있어요. And outside is 밖에 있어요. Now this needs to be learned clearly because you want to know. Let's meet like in front of subway station, inside subway. Let's meet at subway station. You don't know where to meet exactly. Let's meet in front of bathroom or like whatever. So this is why you need to know how to say these. So I'll give you about 2 minutes. With these locations, like 어디에 있어요? Like let's say like 화장실 어디에 있어요? And Korean partners designate it is like next to 청계천. It is outside subway station. Korean partners designate like and foreign students and try to answer what the Korean partner like the challenges you. You understand? Okay, here we go.
If I want to say
You have
A is the location, like A is here, like it is here. A means the location where I am, where, right? We have, we, are,
If I say I am in front of the restaurant,
where are you? We are. So here 어디에 있어요? 어디 식당 앞에 있어요. This one.
okay, okay.
어디? Where?
Korea.
Yeah. So is 있어요. A is it. Where? Yeah. So 어디에 있어요?
So if I want to say
아래. 어디에 있어요?
not one, I am besides the
어디에 있어요? Where is restroom? Where is
So if I want to say I want to go to Namsan
어디에?
Tower, 오른쪽에
어디에
Namsan Tower.
있어요? 화장실 어디에 있어요? Where is the restroom? It is like
If I say on the right side,
어디에 is a location. That's the location. So I'm in front of 남산 타워.
오른쪽에
In
남산 타워.
front of 남산 타워. 어디에 있어요?
Namsan Tower.
앞에
있다.
있다.
있어요. Yeah.
You just
So
walk.
where are you?
There is 남산
And
What do you want?
I would say go straight.
okay. Yeah. We have
This I don't know.
right side of
we.
If I want to say I am inside cafe, I will say cafe Hane.
Hmm?
어디에 카페 있어요?
지금 영어가 아니고
If I am inside,
안에 있어요.
I am inside cafe.
Where?
저기 저 근처에 있어요.
I am near DVD
Okay, guys, let's practice. Let's practice together. You guys kind of get the idea, right? Okay, Maxime, try to say, like the girl called you. Where are you, Maxime? And you say, I am inside DVD room.
안에
DVD room.
안에 있어요.
That is correct. Chen, I am above Namsan Tower. I am on top of Namsan Tower. How do you say that?
Namsan Tower 위에 있어요.
Oh. SD, I am near subway station.
지하철 근처에 있어요.
Oh my god, that was Okay, good job everybody. Now that we have learned location, we have to know, like, let's meet at this day. Let's meet on June 5th. Let's meet at 8 p.m. We have to know time also. So these are all terms that you must know to figure out time. Now these are Monday to Sunday. Now, like Monday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, like they're all day behind. In it is called 요일. Repeat after me. 요일. So Mon 요일, 화 요일, like Tues 요일, Wednesday 요일. It works like that. So Monday, repeat after me. It is 월 요일. 월요일. Tuesday is 화요일. 화요일. And Wednesday is 수요일. 수요일. And Thursday is 목요일. Friday is 금요일. Friday is 토요일. And Sunday, everybody knows? 일요일. That is correct. And of course, you have to know, let's meet today. Let's meet tomorrow. Let's meet next week to set up a date. So, today is 오늘. Tomorrow is 내일. 2 days later is called 모레. But no one really uses 모레 nowadays, so like it's just good to know. Next week, many people use it. Next is 다음, and week is 주. So it becomes next week, weekend. Like most people go out on a date on weekend. Yes, 주말, end of week. Repeat after me, 주말. And it's like spring, summer, fall. Like you don't set up a date for like, oh, let's meet next season. So like we'll skip that. Now that we know how to say like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you have to know like, oh, let's meet on 23rd. Let's meet on 30th. Let's meet on 5th. Now for that, Korean number, does everybody know Korean number well? You know? Rebecca, you must know. How about Maxime? You know Korean number?
No.
Chan? Little?
Sound.
Korean number is a bitch because there are 2 versions of it. And people are like asking why there are 2 versions of it. And we say like, because we like to annoy you guys. So there are 2 versions, but like there's not exactly a rule. They say it's like there's counting unit, but like too many irregularities. You just have to learn by case. But for Sino-Korean number, we're only gonna learn until 60 today, because that is when time, like 60 minutes. So let's go over this fast. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Now everybody can do this, but you gotta know the rule. Because for hour, let's say 12. The rule is just 10 plus 2. So how do you say 12? 20? No. 10 plus 2. 12. That is correct. Then how about 14? Deva? Partners can help. That is correct. Now for 20, 30, it becomes multiply. 20 is 2 times 10. That's why it becomes 20, and which makes 50. Maxime? This is O. 50. That is correct. So the final thing that you need to know is 60 is the 60. Very nice. So these are dates, months and day that you actually need to know. Now months is called 월. Repeat after me, 월. So behind number, there's gonna be 월. Like 7th July, it's like 7월, so it becomes 7월. Or day, the unit is 1. 월. Month is 월, and day is 1. So, June 26th, Rebecca?
June 6th.
June 26th.
6월 26일.
6월 26일. That is correct. But there's one tip. For June, which is 6, and October, which is 10, 6월, 10월 is kind of like uncomfortable for us to say. So they become 6월 and 10월. Just these two. There are irregularities, like no reason, just to make them easier to say. So Korean guys, Korean partners, challenge your partner next to you. Like, oh, how do you say December 25th? How do you say like New Year? So I'll give you that 1 minute. Here we go.
July 7th. So
Okay, guys, so you can practice more with more practical stuff. Okay, what you're seeing right now is Korean holidays. All the red stuff here. You don't go to school or you don't go to work on these days. I love red days. Like time flies, like it's already like end of June now. Oh my God. So these red, I'm sure that many foreigners just know it as not going to work day, not going to school day. So Korean partners point these out, like how do you say this, like August 15th? And if you know, explain what this day means to your partners. Okay, here we go.
So what year was this?
September 10th, how will I say?
This here by the way.
This is Ir, and this is Ir.
March.
So the month,
How will I say the
네.
10 will be
pen.
Yeah.
There you go.
very big national holiday. So that is Christmas. December 25. For example, like month.
Is it something like that?
No, it isn't bad word. It's just like word is hard to say. Just easy to say you are.
To 19. Like this. But after it's the same. It's a
Big quality. So they enjoy
the same, right?
We have 21 holidays, calendar
It's
holidays.
zero.
21 in a year.
Same. But if you here,
We have holidays.
for example,
Every month of celebration.
yes, India Day,
Festival we have actually like to serve.
all
We have
together
many
combined.
festivals.
Number, when you see a number, Thanksgiving.
We don't have Thanksgiving, we have different like color festival, night festival.
Okay, guys. Did everybody practice?
Know the numbers.
Okay. It is so sad. The next red is like here. It's months away. Oh my God! Like we have to work until here. So, Maxime, how do you say July 17th in Korean? You can get help. July. You can do it. Months would be.
월.
7월, yes. 17th. And day is? Oh. And Rebecca, could you tell us how we say August 15th? Oh my God. Do you know what this day is about?
It's
Hanbokjeol. It is when we gained independence. When Japan had like boom, 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 and they like surrendered. What is the biggest national holiday in Canada other than music festival?
Canada Day.
Canada Day. When is that?
It's in, oh my gosh.
In Korean? In Korean? Oh.
Wait, I forgot for real.
When does the maple leaf drop?
I'm very sorry, I didn't hear for too long.
Canada Day. Oh.
1st of July, I shouldn't forget that.
1st of July.
Very soon, yeah.
Like, what do people do in 1st of July?
They move houses. Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that, but we celebrate the country. But it's also an official day for moving out. That day, there's a lot of moving trucks because everybody is having like a new fresh start. It's like the new year.
So like they all move. Oh, okay, like I need a fresh start in other place.
Exactly. But that's the official, like Canada Day is the biggest celebration in Canada, but I'm from Quebec. And Quebec is a bit different from the rest of Canada.
Can imagine.
Usually people celebrate in June 23rd.
June 23rd.
Yeah, and they have the
Quebec Day.
Yeah.
Is it like more of a French culture?
Yeah, it's not necessarily French, but it's to remember that Quebec has a special French roots.
Ah, okay. That is good to know. SD, can you name November 11th?
11월
November 11th.
11월
11일, that is correct. Now, it is not national holiday, but especially for all Korean guys, we must remember, this is called a Pepero Day. There's this like this stick, you guys know it from like CU or GS. Now, because of 1111, guys have to give this cookie to girl on this day. If we forget about it, this is like national day for like guys get murdered. So, we must remember this day. Okay, Deba, how do we say October 3rd? October 10. Uh-huh. Oh. Now again, 10월, it is kind of inconvenient to say, so we just say sure. Like it is 10월 is correct, but we just say sure. Now,
Make pronunciation more slow.
yeah, it's like more smooth. In Chen, probably everyone knows what this day is about. December 25th.
Yeah. So 12월
Mm.
이 12, 5, 1, 1.
One more time about just the day.
Day is
25.
2 is E.
Uh-huh.
12, 5, 1,
20
20,
plus 5. Just 5.
5.
5, 1. 25일. But does India celebrate Christmas?
Yeah.
We celebrate everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So like more red days than India?
Yeah. We have 21 calendar holidays.
Oh my
But
god.
actually in college life we get 3 months holiday in
Yeah.
3 months.
vacation.
3 months.
Yes. Christmas and there is this one called Durga
I
Puja.
led a different life.
You lived a different life. No holidays. What kind of life you have been living?
Engineering, so we
Engineering.
No,
Oh.
it's like back in school days we used to get.
Yeah.
Ah, but
In college life I also get 3 months vacation. Also.
I should teach in.
After this Christmas, this December always vacation and the October because of this there is some festival and the January, not January, in about July.
July? I should teach in India. No?
Yeah.
Interesting fact, 15 August is Indian Independence Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like 15 August is when World War II ended.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, that's Indian Independence Day also. But it was under UK like
Yes,
at that time. Like, but UK didn't lose. Like,
No, this is about just freedom from the UK. We get 47. 1947.
okay. So it was 2 years later.
Yeah.
Like for us, it was 1945.
Yeah.
So now that you guys got the idea of saying date now, right? Months and day. You'll practice and it will become easier. But, if you don't know time, it is kind of meaningless. Let's meet June 20th at some point. You don't do that. Like you have to say, let's meet at 8 p.m. Let's meet at like 5 a.m. 5 a.m. That's kind of weird. 6 p.m. or something like that. So, but it would be so much better if the time was only Sino-Korean, like 1, 2, 3, 4. But for hour, it is Korean number. I told you, number is very annoying. So let's do very fast. And we only need to do until 12 because there are only 12 hours. So the unit for time is 시. For hour, it is 시. Repeat after me, 시. So now until 4, there's an irregularity also. So I'll explain that also. So 1 o'clock is 1시. 1시. Now it's supposed to be 하나, but 하나시 is kind of like not really smooth. We just say 1시. And 2 o'clock, 2시. Now 2시 is supposed to be 2시, but that's kind of weird to say. 2시. It's kind of like so we just say 2시. And 3 o'clock is 3시. Oh, how did you know?
Hannah do it.
Uh-huh.
Say like by clicking the picture.
Uh-huh. It is supposed to be 3시, but like, did you just say sexy? No, it is, we just say 3시. 4 o'clock is supposed to be 4시, but we just say 4시. 4시. Now repeat after me. 5 o'clock, now from here, like no rule, like no irregularities. 5 o'clock, 5시. 5시. 6 o'clock, 6시. 7 o'clock, 7시. 8 o'clock, 8시. 9 o'clock, 9시. 10 o'clock, 10시. 11 o'clock, 11시. 12 o'clock, 12시. Now for 11 and 12, 열 is 10, and you just add 11, 시. So this should be easier. Now, what's even more annoying is that the minute is in Chinese number. What the hell? So you know how to say from 1 to 10 in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this might have been confusing to someone. So let me tell you the rule again. 11 is 11 because it is 10 plus 1. And how would we say 22 then? SD? 22 because it is 2 times 10 plus 2. That's the rule. But the unit for minute is 분. So from here, asking a time is also important. Like, what time is it? Now, if you want to ask time, if you don't have watch, and if you don't have a cell phone, which is very doubtful, but let's just assume that. What time is it? In Korean, it is, repeat after me, 몇 시예요? 몇 시예요? Now it is 2:20. Now Maxime, how would you say it is 2:20? 몰라요? Chen?
I have 2:10.
The unit for hour is 시. The unit for minute is 분. So 2. No, the hour is
Lucy.
2시.
20.
20.
20분.
20분 있어요. It's just like this is 이에요 in Korean. You just put 이에요 at the back. So now you know the rule now. So I'll give you about 5 minutes. This is very important. Korean guys, Korean partners, challenge your partner next to you. Make it difficult and help them explain, help them understand better also.
What time is it now?
Five is actually 4, right? But the time is countable.
Between the first time
Next train.
And you should change when you speak time.
Is the same as the one before.
쓰리 버전.
이에요 means 지금 몇 시예요? The number
With my classmates, I speak in English, right? I go to a restaurant, so I have to speak in Korean. So switching between languages is difficult.
here 3시 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So
And
the
I
line
can practice Korean with any so when I talk to myself in Korean, that's what I'm at home.
But the time
They're all.
5 people
They're all.
하나
Has changed a lot. Whenever I get like surprise or people, I say, come to here.
하나 둘 Korean language is based on the sound.
Like my
So if you sound is awkward and really hard,
Now it's
so those
so I
are
just like read the
we don't have
lyrics
a
very fast, so that's how I practice.
we don't have 한식 is really
This is an hour and this is a minute.
because she is minutes as a number, so we have to make it separated. So 하나 and we put it 한식, but 둘씩 is falling, right? So we have to put this one out.
Because my
둘씩 and 셋이
10시 30분에
시 so double, right? So we put this one out.
There was a class which explained
That also medicine. So we put it 넷이. But
what is this? It's very interesting.
But as it is 다섯
And the last question after that.
다섯
Difficulty.
we keep this one.
Increases as
다섯 시 what we keep 여섯 시
I like it a lot because it's very reminded me of my childhood. There's a very funny scene where one of the mother is asking her child to explain math. And she says, that's how it goes.
but this one without this.
12:30.
So set. This one is same as number.
I don't like
Okay, guys, have you practiced? Now let's move on quickly. I want to watch Stranger Things next. What happened next episode? So, SD, I'm gonna ask you what time is it, and it is 9:35 right now, and I ask, 혹시 몇 시예요?
9시 25분
35. 9?
35분이에요.
5분이에요. And Rebecca? No, pretty girls can be late, but still. It is 11:40 right now. So 몇 시예요?
11:07. Oh, 11 what?
40.
40.
11시.
지금은 이제는
지금?
11시 40분이에요.
Oh. Now for this is kind of annoying because it's Korean number and then Chinese number. By the way, second is Chinese number also, but you don't really tell oh, this is 11 o'clock, 45 minutes, 23 seconds. You don't really say that. So I'm just skipped second. You can say it's oh, it's 23시. You can say it's 2300. But that's kind of military style. It's weird to say in actual life. It is 22:05. It's kind of weird. So it's oh, 뭐 10시, you just 10:25. You just say it like that. Now, we have learned about location and time. All we gotta know now is, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And you wanna go grab a coffee later? That's all we gotta know now. So, the stem for what are you doing is 를 거예요. Now repeat after me. It will make sense later. 를 거예요. Repeat after one more time. 를 거예요. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but when it is used in actual sentence, it's gonna make sense. For example, 가다. This means go. But when you say I'm going, this is for planning. I'm going to go. 가다, we take 다 out and say 를 거예요. So, Chen, how would 가다 become?
갈 거예요.
One more time.
갈 거예요.
That is correct. 갈 거예요.
갈 거예요.
Now the 를 거예요 makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Now 하다, it means do. Now Maxime, 를 거예요. So how would this become? 할 거예요. That is correct. Now most important thing, to eat. By the way, is everybody going to eat with us later? Because we need to book the restaurant. You going? Okay, so everybody coming. Because of a religious and all the reason, we are going to Gambu chicken place. And Rebecca, I heard that you like original fried chicken very much. And they do have original fried chicken. Mm-hmm. So on your table, we'll order that. 양념, we can have 반반, half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 15 people. So Rebecca, 먹다, how would you say? 먹을 거예요. Wow, she's so good. So 하다, on 하다 is the stem, is the most used verb. You can put anything in front of it. For example, read, it's 독서 하다. Do classes, 수업 하다. Now, because I am so lazy, Korean partners are going to do the work for me. So I will give you 2 minutes. Help them read this. And if you guys want to know some different verbs, or if Korean partners have some different verbs that include 하다, let these guys know. Okay, here we go.
This is the first time I'm seeing this word. Yesterday in the test, it
can I say
about
answer to you?
why the person likes how it
읽다.
was one of the options was
So you hada means I should ask you
I
answer
don't
well.
know what so was
읽다.
so it
Is it
so it was like in offering him that was one of the
독서.
and one of the answer was so like
독서 is reading. Actually it's a verb. 독서하다 is a reading. But read is a
Pal.
But 독서 is a you read a book, right? But it's 독서하다. Actually this one is 독서하다. Yeah, is a reading book.
these are the
is a book. Yeah, so is a book. Okay. It's based on Chinese character.
so all the words
Laundry.
This I know.
Double P.
one of my questions
Double P. 빨.
all the words with hada that end with hada
Laundry is
away
a
from
In
Chinese.
hada.
Yes. 하다 is a do thing. Yeah. 게다.
In hada.
This is 이타. 하다 is 이타 same. So
Chumbi.
하다.
How is
This is 하다.
Swim.
Doing act verb, right? So
Do
빨래
verb.
하다. 산책
the noun form of the
Start.
산책 하다. Take a class.
Travel.
여행.
Going.
수업
여행.
하다.
If I want to say, I will travel this weekend.
Normally.
So how do I say?
Remove means like we move this one.
Now,
옮기다. But that was 옮기다. But
This week.
이사하다 means
이번
moving.
주에
하다, right? 이사하다 is a moving. Yeah.
going hada.
이사하다.
여행할 거야.
일. 일하다.
여행 갈 거야.
It's same as day. Day, 일. 목요일. It's the same. So this is work.
하다.
Yeah. Yeah. 일하다. Yeah.
So if I want to say
Get ready.
this weekend, I'm going to start traveling.
이번
Yeah.
주말.
준비.
Ivan is this
준비.
주말 mean
weekend.
end. And 말 mean
시작.
맛있는 주장.
It means during week we have class, but on weekend I can go to restaurant. Not understand. So on weekend I sleep and
That's what I
I have class. I'm understanding.
Okay, guys. For the stem with hada, let's say 산책하다, which means take a walk. Now, you see, I'm going to go for a walk. How do we say it?
산책할 거예요.
산책할 거예요. So confident. I have a bad eyesight. Rebecca, I'm going to do homework. 숙제할 거예요. Oh, that is correct also. Now, if you guys are in like the friendship, but like you're asking like, oh, what are you doing on Saturday? You know, there's the intention. Now, I'm just wondering, have you guys heard of this word, some? Some means something. Something is going on. Now, some is location, somewhere between friend zone and dating. It's like somewhere between that. Now, like they're friends, in official term, but like they're going to movies alone. They're like eating all the time. They're together all the time. So like people are talking like, hey, you guys are dating or what? And like you would say like, oh, he's disgusting. Ah, what are you talking about? But if you hear that this guy is doing 소개팅 with another girl, oh, that bitch is dead. Like, so you get it, right? So I'll give you so I wonder if you guys have terms like that in your country. So I'll give you about 1 minute. So talk about like these kind of like weird situation with your partner. Okay, here we go.
It's for definition of something. Yeah, it's start with chemistry. You feel something.
Your friends
but
are dating someone and
there's
your
no
friends are dating that. So as a close friend I would know, but as a friend I think
So it's more than just friends.
Yeah, it's just.
But it's like, oh, we're not dating. He's disgusting.
But in Korea, I mean, I've been on dates, but I'm not sure if it counts as like if you go on dates with someone more than 3 times, let's say, does it become some? Like, do you say like some?
Yeah. That should be some. Yes. People are like There's gonna be rumor like, are they dating or what? Like, you guys dating or what? Like, is it a thing? Like, define it. And you would say, oh no. What are you talking about? But when you hear that this guy is going on a date with other girl, you're like, oh, you're a little bitch. You're like,
before meeting you're not sure that it will be something meaningful later. Definitely.
I know that. Yeah, so sort of that. Some is like here. Therefore, this one. Yeah. The one person.
okay. I'm just wondering, it's like, I'm guessing some is off limit in India or in Mumbai. It exists.
It exists, but not so official. Like we don't have a term for that.
But it happens behind people's back.
Yeah.
Okay. How about in Belgium? No?
I think it's happened too. Yeah.
It happens,
Yeah.
but there's no word for it.
Flirt.
Float?
Flirt.
That's. Oh.
No, I mean we don't have a term, but we just say like, oh, are you dating that person? They're like, oh no, we're just seeing each other.
Yeah.
Like we're just seeing, like we're just looking, and that's it. But if you're serious and you say, oh no, we're dating, like he's my boyfriend. If he's not, I'm just seeing him.
Okay. So.
In a positive way.
It's positive. Yeah.
So this would be in English, I guess. I'm just seeing that person. So now the grand finale. It is time to ask someone out. Hey, you wanna go watch a movie during weekend? Or you wanna go grab a coffee? You wanna go to DVD room? I don't know. So you wanna go to the bathroom? I don't know. I don't even know. I just said bathroom. So now again, it's gonna sound weird at first. Repeat after me. 레요. 레요. Now it is a suggestion. Let's do something together, but it's kind of asking for permission. Like your opinion matters. Like whether you say no or yes is up to you. It's not decided yet. So 영화 보다, it means watch a movie. Now 다 here, you take 다 out. So 영화 볼래요, which becomes 영화 볼래요. You get it? Maxim, you get it?
Yeah, you're.
영화 보다,
Yeah.
and you take 다 out, and at the bottom, and 레요, so it becomes 볼래요.
볼래요.
So 등산하다, like people go hiking dates a lot nowadays. Have you guys, Deba, you just went hiking today, right?
Yes.
Where did you go?
Bukasan.
북한산? Oh, that is hardcore. You see a bunch of old people there, right?
Yes, I went with the one foreigner something hiking group, Seoul International Hiking Group. With him.
In Korea, mountain is a really hot dating spot, especially for old people. Like adultery, they're all married to someone else.
Really? I was not knowing this.
There's a movie about that too, Purpose of Hiking. It's an adult film, Purpose of Hiking, I wonder what. So, when you ask, wanna go for a hike? Now, hike is 등산하다. Now, Rebecca, what would it become? 등산할래요. Nowadays, let's go for a hike is like official booty call. Okay. Now the last one, this kind of does weird. Let's want to do laundry together. That's kind of doesn't really fit. I don't know why. Do laundry.
What's the name?
Is it dating in India? No. There's no laundry date. Okay, never mind.
Blanket laundry.
It is 빨래하다. So Deba, 빨래 레요. So how would it become? 빨래. One more time. Okay, okay, Deba, you got it, my man? 빨래 할래요. That is correct.
Can I can use this if I'm asking out for a friend? If someone's older than this, then
SD? What are you asking?
I'm asking if it's polite to ask someone older than you, like 등산 할래요, or do I say 등산 할까요?
할까요 and 할래요, like it's not honorific. 할까요 has the nuance that we're doing this together anyway. 할래요 is kind of asking for permission, but the polite way to say 할래요 would be 하실래요. Or like 먹을래요, and that's the easiest thing to say. But there are like so many irregularities about this. But it is 하실래요, 등산 하실래요. It's like, would you like to go hiking? So the grand finale. Now you like someone at the study cafe or library. Now you went to vending machine and took out a drink. Now someone put this on your table. Now you got to be able to read it. Next week, how do you say? 다음 주. Thursday. 목요일. Maxime, 8:30. 8시. 8시 30분. That is correct. Now, in front of, which is Rebecca? 앞에. Library is like I didn't teach you this, guys. So like 도서관. So in front of library is 도서관 앞에.
But I have a question. You just write 앞에, you don't put the verb 앞에.
Like in full sentence, you're supposed to do it, but like right now, I'm just trying to teach you guys like basic. Now, let's drink. Now, drink is 마시다. So, would you like to have coffee with me? Would be 마시다, but like 를래요 is the 커피를 마실래요? Oh. So, the answer would be 다음 주, next week. So repeat after me. 다음 주, 목요일, 8시 반. Okay, I skipped this. Like I made slide for this. I skipped it by mistake. 30 is like half of 60 minutes. So 반 means half in Korean. So you can say 30분, but you can also say 반. Like 9:30 is 9시 반. So 8시 반 in front of library. 도서관 앞에서. Repeat after me. 도서관 앞에서. Would you like to drink coffee? 커피 마실래요? Now with same template, Korean partners, different time, different day, different hour, different location, different activity, based on what we have learned. This is last activity. Make it very challenging. Okay, here we go.
So if you wanna put this one is 20. Next week. Thursday.
When you use 모레, when you use 모레, you should use 내일 모레.
목요일.
내일 you always use 모레. You always use 내일. You should 내일 모레.
In front of library. Library is
Hour is
반.
Sorry.
앞에
내일 모레.
you want
7시 반.
coffee.
If I want to send a message,
마시자 is asking is like 마실래요? 마시자 is period. 마실래요. Yeah.
After 2
Coffee.
days, 7:30 p.m. inside the cafe.
One, grab a coffee.
Yeah.
But actually, it says like if you put it this way, daum 주 next week Thursday, 8 p.m. in front of the library. Would you like to buy this? That way, how would the woman think? If it's basically like common sense with next week Thursday, 8 p.m. in front of the library, I will buy a coffee for you. It's like that. It's very normal, but strictly, you put it next week, if you really like this, but you could say coffee 마실래요? Or I say 줄래, 줄래요. So this is 마실래요 is all by I 줄래요. Yeah.
참고로
You buy.
I
사줄래요. 예.
참고로 저 이분녀입니다.
Buy me.
I'm married to one.
Yeah, it's tricky, but the woman you can make a sound in this way. Yeah, yeah. So what? 사줄래요?
It's a dream.
Yeah, 사줄래요.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, but if you put it there, I say 사줄.
Frankly,
Yeah.
솔직히
Okay, 주세요. Okay, so that will be it for today. We have learned like a lot of things today. Actually, we have learned about location, about dates, about like what time is it, minutes. Wanna do this? Like, what are you doing this weekend? You have done so much, and I hope that Korean partner next to you helped a lot.
Yes,
And this kind of system, like you cannot really get it in other places. So thank your Korean partner and for presenting today about spicy news about BTS. Give an applause for Seong-sik too. Now, for anyone who is not in this chat room, we have group chat to like figure out who is coming next day because we are trying to match foreigner Korean like one-on-one as much as possible. So if you're not in this chat room, please take a camera and film this QR code and comment. 지금 해주시면 안 오신 분들이면.
You are not catching?
If you open up the camera,
카카오.
or camera directory.
요거 찍으시면 이게 그 링크가 열려요.
유튜브 가서 맞아. 여기서.
네, new technology, right?
Need to learn.
So if you guys are in, that will be it for today. Thank you guys for coming, and let's go to eat. Thank you. Now, before you guys go, let's take one picture all together, and then let's move out. 됐나요?
네.
네. Come out. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
이거 안 되지?